Let's get our clap going.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit record right now. I just assume Mark's been recording the whole time.
No, I just hit record.
What?
Dick.
Wow.
Okay, wait. So on one or after one?
How about at 3?
That's
Three.
the first one.
So 1, 2, clap on 3 would be what it would be.
No.
How
clap
about
on 1? 'Cause it goes
3,
3, 2,
2, 1.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
There's gonna be so many claps for you to look at now.
You guys are fucking drunk.
Okay. Everyone chill out. 3, 2, 1.
Oh man.
I think that was our worst one.
No, that was our best
Definitely
one.
Liza's worst. Ooh, that was rough.
I was laughing.
Okay. Welcome to episode 15 of the Drunken Arcanauts Origins campaign. Living up to its name more than ever, as at least one member's a little sloshed. And I can tell three other members. Yep, everybody's drinking. So we got a full party of people making drunk person decisions, which will help with the swallowing of their last decisions, I think. So I'm Clancy. I am the DM. This is a D&D 5th edition campaign, and it's been going on for a while, so you should definitely listen to the other 14 episodes if you want to make any sense. That's really pushing it. It's hard. It's not going to make sense even listening to it. Some of the decisions made don't make any sense ever. However, it will make slightly more sense than not having listened to it. So I want to give a shout out to our awesome patrons, Mitch D, Cole J, Ethan S, Jess S, and Skate P. You guys are awesome. We really, really appreciate all the support. Hopefully you're still enjoying the episodes. We haven't seen anything super recently, but what we have seen posted, we really appreciate. We love hearing from you guys. So everybody introduce yourself. A quick point of view from each of you about what's you're thinking of, like 2 sentences, what's going through your head right now, along with your character description, everything, starting with Risky.
Hi, I'm Risky. I'm playing Brotisserie. I'm a Aarakocra barbarian, and currently he thinks that Liza is a spy for the elves. And the weird guy had Dormarcus's trident, so he is very pissed and confused about that. Doesn't know where Dormarcus is, and is failed trying to escape, so he doesn't know what to fucking do. But is very pissed off.
I am relevant. I am playing a human bard named Liza. She currently believes that Seth has a crush on her since he said he wanted to hook up. And he stayed to bake a cake with her.
My name is Mark. I play a Tabaxi Ranger named Seth. And Seth really just likes cake. So he said the word hookup, and that was a mistake.
Liza is a bard.
Yeah. It's sort of in their nature.
I'm Jay. I'm playing Erdry. He's a half dark elf rogue. He currently has no thoughts as he is unconscious. And
But alive.
hopefully still just dreaming about big ol' anime titties.
Also, there is Dormarcus, who is currently thinking, how get arm out? Arm stuck, hurt, and then go, is that enemies? No, allies. As he sees Brotisserie and Erdry being drug into camp, where he is got his arm stuck in something. So, our recap is that last episode, the party decided they would camp out for the night, get back into fighting shape before they approached the center of the island to get the cache of the demon. Seth offered to take watch, saw a pair of eyes in the dark, grabbed Liza, And then they sporadically decided they wanted to make a cake and went and got ingredients in the forest, leaving the camp unguarded. The camp was looted. The lady in red was abducted, as far as they can tell. And then Erdry and Rotisserie woke up. They were angry. Liza and Seth came back, found out things were robbed. They felt a little, like they were unfairly persecuted. They had made sure everybody was safe. It was just stuff that was gone, not people. Well, except for the lady in red, who was also gone. So they had failed miserably. But they didn't see it that way. After an argument, the party split, with Rotisserie and Erdry taking the high road and trying to save their items and their friend, the lady in red, while Seth and Liza made a cake for a few hours, carving their own tools, using various forest things, getting cat hair in it, and eventually eating some not very good for you cake that immediately didn't sit well with Liza and gave her awful gas. They're now on a journey to find Rotisserie and Erdry and give them some of the gassy cake, because that's the decision they made.
It's called revenge.
Rotisserie and Erdry, meanwhile, ran into the alternate party, one that they don't know but had been on the other boat that they had seen when they were approaching the island. This other group had stolen the fragments from him, and when they approached them, they didn't speak the same language. They got into a fight. Erdry was knocked out, and Rotisserie managed to snap out of it just enough to lay down his weapons, where he was subsequently tied up. Upon trying to weaken his bonds, he failed miserably at keeping it secret and had his hands concreted together with some mixing pot from a merchant that is with the other group. Where we come back to, Rotisserie and Erdry are on a low-flying magic carpet being drug into camp, and they see Dormarcus has his arm in a hole in a stone wall next to where this gate is. All the fragments are in the wall, and there are holes to reach into, and it appears that Dormarcus is having the life sucked out of him by having his arm stuck in this hole. And he can't seem to get away. But he seems happy to see you guys. Erdry, you're waking up at this point, and the two of you are being taken to these holes in the wall. What are you doing?
Is the merchant the one? Yeah, you said the merchant's the one who poured the concrete on?
Yep.
And he's the one that I'd scared the shit out of
Yep.
when I hit him? I'm just gonna be mean mugging him the entire fucking ride.
You see him talking to the other people and whispering and pointing at you, and they look back, and a few of them laugh.
And I'm
But
gonna spit out of the weird hole in my mouth.
Gross.
he is horrified and actually gags and throws up a little. He quickly gets to where he's behind where you can turn your head, just so you can't look directly at him, but you can tell you shook him up real bad.
Can I rotate around towards him?
You can try. Roll me dexterity to shimmy.
That's a 17.
You shimmy around, and he is fucking just "Ah!" and he's pointing. He's nudging the halfling, and he keeps pointing as you glare, and he's just "Ah!" He doesn't like it.
They don't understand us, right?
You don't understand them.
Okay.
At least when they're talking, you don't seem to. They definitely have some. Actually, roll me intelligence. You had a pretty good education, didn't you, Erdry?
Oh, that's for him.
Yeah.
Rotisserie, no.
I rolled a
Intelligence.
3, so
18.
18. You can't understand them, but you recognize the dialect is a extremely far eastern dialect. That and the fact that there's a Triton with them, which you've only heard about, you've never seen one in person, suggests that these people are probably from the lands that used to be rumored where the humans were before whatever sort of cataclysmic event destroyed their land. And the languages over there are clearly very different. But you can recognize it still. Um, other than that, you guys are both tied up. Rotisserie, your hands concreted together, and they're leading you to these holes. And you can see where Dormarcus has his arm rammed down into this stone hole.
I am gonna try to say and then maybe do like some gestures about like, hey, instead of just wasting our lives, we're the three of us, we're pretty strong. What if we join your group? We won't even like take any of the cuts or anything. We just want to live and hang out, and we'll just help you guys solve whatever it is you're trying to do.
You want to roll performance for me really quick?
Have you guys ever heard of Segavax?
Performance is 17.
Performance
Damn,
is
girl.
17. They are getting the gist of what you're saying, but they laugh and point to your bindings and sort of give you a, I don't think we need your help sort of look.
We're on a magic carpet.
Yep.
Can I try one more thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically say I actually know a lot about the demon that controls this area, and we might be worth keeping around in order to, get the treasure and stuff like that. We're well educated in demonology.
They both laugh, and at that moment,
I want
you
to
see the lady in red come out of a tent and look at you and says, I think we've got enough demonology experts here.
I'm gonna laugh and say that bitch doesn't know shit.
And she speaks to them in their language, and they all throw their heads back and laugh. And
I
then
just-
she speaks to
Nice,
you, and
dude.
she says, so, really appreciate you guys getting me to the island. I still don't really know who they are, but I did manage to prove to them what you were trying to tell them, that I'm a demonology expert.
Yeah,
So they're not killing me.
sure.
And
Yeah.
this won't kill you. As long as we get enough people to stick their arms in there, then the load is split evenly. I'm actually shocked your friend isn't dead yet. He is extremely resilient.
Yeah, he's badass, isn't he?
Do
Yeah.
I see Dormarcus?
Yeah. And Dormarcus is waving with his free hand and
I'm
saying,
gonna just
friends,
spread towards them.
and pointing at the people. You're going to throw yourself off the carpet and try and sprint towards them?
How far away am I? Can I fly?
Your arms are behind your back. I
So-
don't think so. I'm fairly certain, Aarakocra, your wings and your arms are all tied. They're the same thing.
Okay. How far off the ground am I?
Only like 4 feet.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna jump off and just run towards him.
They sort of get startled, but they see where you're headed, and they just let you be. You get to Dormarcus, and he gives you a hug, and he says, Dormarcus, get lost in caves. Caves, very bad idea. Caves dangerous. Luckily, weapons safe. And points at the tridents and say, Dormarcus gave to Liza for safety. Somehow Liza take to them, and they bring to me. Is it-
Liza is spy. Liza's bad.
No.
And I'm
Oh,
gonna show him my hands and be like, "Can you punch this?"
He'll try. He punches it, and his hand gets stuck against it. The tacky, concrete-like substance apparently reacts sort of like something with high surface tension. As it gets contacted, it's hard, but then his hand is stuck to it and sinking into it, and now the two of you are stuck together. And you see the
love that.
people sort of shouting at each other. They seem unhappy about this because now they're going to have to pull you guys apart. They don't want to deal with it.
Can I try to pull my arms apart?
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna try.
roll intelligence for me really quick before you do that.
That's a 19.
Okay, you're aware that there are two options here. Either you have shockingly explosive force and manage to pop your hands free, or you have all the strength that you need to do it, but instead you rip either Dormarcus's arm out of its socket or your arms out of their sockets, dislocating your arms.
Okay, I'm gonna just tell Dormarcus to pull, and then I'm gonna pull.
Okay.
So is that a strength?
So I'm gonna hold on. Yeah. Yes, it's strength. You guys combined have to beat a 50 in order to do it right. But if you get
shit.
over a 40 and under a 50, then you're gonna be hurt real bad from this.
All right. That's a good sign. Ooh. Oh, and I have advantage on. Would that be a strength check or
Yep.
save? Yep.
Dormarcus got a 23.
Uh-oh.
And I got a 18 and 25
Whew.
So you got a 25.
and a 18.
Well, no, that was your with advantage, right?
Well, did you?
So
Oh, we're only doing
you're just doing one check each.
okay.
He's strong.
So 25.
25 plus 23. That is just under the 50 that you need. So you guys do break it, but you dislocate Dormarcus's arm and your one of your arms at the
Okay.
same time. So you break free, but your arm is dislocated, which effectively means you cannot do a whole lot. You'll have pretty major disadvantages until it gets reset.
Okay. Is do I roll which arm?
Which is your main arm? That's the one that you'd probably be okay
right.
with. So
Yeah.
your left arm would be what got dislocated.
Okay.
And it's Dormarcus's left arm that's dislocated as well.
And his right arm's in a stuck.
His
in the
right
hole.
arm is stuck in the hole. While this is going on, the woman in red looks and says, again, really, you should just get your arms in there to lessen the burden on Dormarcus.
Yeah, why don't
once-
they shove their arms in there?
Well, because they have you now, so only 3 of them will have to at this point. Because there's only 6 slots, so 3 will have their arms on the right side and 3 on the left side. And
Well, why don't those
the
3
door will
go put
open
their
right
arms in then?
well, as soon as your arms are in and secure, there, make sure to put theirs in.
Yeah. No.
And the fighter or the blah, 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 the Triton with the trident and the half orc grab you and start to pull you towards one of the holes.
Well, I'm gonna resist that.
Athletics.
That's a 25.
Managed to fight off the half orc and and the Triton. They can't seem to get a hold of you. They're trying to, but you're slipping and you're fighting and you're pushing back. Meanwhile, the wizard and the thief are trying to guide your arm in. Erdry, what are you doing?
I'm gonna let him.
Okay.
I got 1 health. There's not a lot.
They put your arm in, and then they make a noise rotisserie to draw your attention, and they put a dagger to his throat, and they point at the hole and point at your arm.
I don't know what you're saying.
They start putting the dagger in more. And the lady in red says, "They're saying put your arm in the hole, or they're going to kill your friend."
Isn't he gonna die anyways by putting his arm in the hole?
And the merchant pulls out a little green potion.
You
She
keep
says-
those to yourself.
He says, "This this man says he'll heal your friend so that he has enough life essence to drain into the door to open it. But you need to put your life essence on the line.
Tell them to put one of their arms in first.
The thief, the little halfling, goes over and sticks its arm in and immediately grimaces, but his arm is in the hole on the left side.
Fine.
Your arm goes in the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as that happens, Erdry, they dump a potion down your throat, and you regain 25 health.
Ooh.
But then you, Dormarcus, Rotisserie, and that half-elf are going to take... Ooh, that's lucky. 10 damage split between the 4 of you, so 2 damage. We'll round it... Yeah, we'll round it down to 2 apiece. You each take 2 damage. And then we go back to the cake team.
Yeah.
Liza and Seth. So what are you guys doing? One of you rolled pretty decent on survival to track them. So you're tracking them. You come across some elf bodies. They're both dead, but definitely Rotisserie and Erdry were here, and you can see where they had clearly viciously murdered one of these elves, chopping into his shoulder and neck.
Ugh. It's probably Rotisserie.
Loot 'em.
They have nothing but clothes on. There's no
what did they
gold.
actually have?
No weapons
They
or
had
anything.
nothing. They had been ransacked.
Dude, I have nothing.
I'm gonna rip off some of their clothes, somebody's clothes, a little bit, like tear it and put it over my face because Liza keeps farting.
Liza,
It's
roll
your
me a
fucking cake.
d20 for rankness.
Low rankness, please.
5.
5? Oh, that is a gnarly part. It actually sticks to her, sort of.
Oh.
As she walks along, the cloud just carries with her. You can actually see the robe poof out, and it's just holding the cloud in there.
I'm not wearing a robe. I'm wearing armor. Thanks. Elven armor. Cursed.
Oh, that armor you can't take off.
Yeah,
That's right.
Sorry. The cursed elven armor. The armor turns sort of a sickly brown.
Oh, hey, we'll match now.
You guys are continuing to make progress. You don't find anything on them, but you do get a very fashionable face mask from the robe of one of those elves. As you
Only going
continue
across,
along,
so that way.
you're seeing a lot of skeletons and bodies and stuff of just other adventurers who had been along this road. Roll me perception really quick.
17.
Liza?
21. Sorry.
Whoa.
21. Okay.
Sounds okay.
With a 21, you you see that there's a body off the side of the road, and it looks like maybe some sort of halfling assassin. It does have something. It has 2 daggers.
Take 'em.
One with a ruby in the pommel and one with a sapphire in the pommel. They appear to be magical in nature.
I'm gonna take them.
So you just want to get more magical stuff. You don't know what it is, Liza?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
What could go wrong?
You
Can
grab
I
the
roll
2 daggers.
Arcana?
Yeah. What was that?
That one.
That one. These daggers seem like they're real nifty. They're pretty cool daggers, and they're probably worth something too. So you grab those daggers up. Yum yum yum. Those are good
Yum yum
daggers.
yum, just
You'll
like
be
the
able to
cake.
slice cake all day long with those daggers. You also find 150 gold in
Oh,
a purse
dope.
on the person.
Take it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to share with anyone.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
I don't need
You're
it. You can have it,
Shit.
Liza.
There is a map of the island. It's crude, but you can see the cliffs. You can sort of make out the center, and it has a little bit of a marking that appears to be a city, and it has a little X close to the gate, and it says base camp.
Maybe we gotta go that way.
We do need to go that way.
So you can follow the trail that Erdry and Rotisserie followed, or you can see it's probably faster to cut straight through the jungle towards that if you want to go straight through the jungle.
What could go wrong?
I do, and I want to cast Pass Without Trace before we go through the jungle.
Okay, also, Seth, would you like 75 gold?
Sure.
I'll split this with you since you helped me bake a shitty ass, really good tasting cake.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
Quite an ass.
Seth now has 75 gold.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the gold I
Roll
already
me
have.
stealth checks, and don't forget to
Oh.
add 10 for Pass Without Trace.
Oh yeah. 34.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
It's not another nat 1, is it?
No.
Oh my god, just need to see it.
It's 19.
34.
34.
Hey, you
Both
too.
got 34?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Seth and I are
Um,
on the same brain wavelength.
Yeah, that's apparent. So you guys step off the nice trail and start going through the jungle, but you are silent as shit.
Like
as
an
you
owl
go
bear.
through, you see a huge nest off to the side, and there is a owlosaurus stalking
Oh
through
my
the forest.
god.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you, Clancy.
it's a giant allosaurus with owl feathers and a rotating head.
Yeah,
Tubes for
okay.
eyes, moves silently except for the giant stomps where it is.
You're so stupid.
You sneak right past it. It sniffs the air and searches as though it sensed something was near, but with 34s, it's never gonna see you guys. You
And
move
then once
on
we
past
pass
it.
it, I whisper, I bet that's Brotisserie's brother.
You guys continue your way through the jungle, and we'll cut quickly back to Erdry and Brotisserie. And you guys are still stuck there, and at this point, you now have the half-orc sticking his arm in, and the Triton stick his arm in, and now only the wizard and the merchant and the lady in red don't have their arms in.
I'm
And
gonna be glaring at the merchant still.
the merchant is as far to the other side as he can be from you. And he keeps tapping the wizard and like pointing at you and saying something. And the lady in red says, "What did you do to him? Because he is scared shitless of you."
I didn't do anything. These guys attacked us.
Uh-huh. But like, did you like, I don't know, break his leg over his own head or something? Because he's scared. He's
Ooh,
terrified.
that's a good idea.
And you guys are gonna split 50 damage across the 6 of you. So that's not that bad.
Like 8.
Yeah, 8 damage apiece. Dormarchus passes out. He's been soaking this by himself for a while, so that was rough
Hey.
on him.
Give him a potion.
The merchant won't come anywhere near you.
How close is he to me?
He's on the opposite side, so like 25 feet from you.
Okay, I couldn't at this point I can't like pull my arm out and go to him without there being a whole thing.
You can't pull your arm out at all.
Oh, okay.
Something has actually grabbed a hold of your arm, and
Uh-huh.
it's pulled up all the way to your shoulder.
Okay.
At this point, Rotisserie's left arm is dislocated and right arm sucked into the portal. Unless you stuck your left arm in there.
No, I'm putting my right arm, and
Okay.
I'm just gonna be screaming at the merchant and like flailing my left broken arm at him or at or Dormarcus.
The lady in red says, "Well, I can make him better if you need that, but I would have to steal life force from somebody else here to do it."
How about the
Can-
merchant?
Yeah.
He goes,
The guys-
I really don't want them to attack me again. We're
Can you-
almost in.
Yeah.
Can you just I've got a potion. Can you just give it to him?
Oh yeah, I can do that. She comes over.
I
Do you hand her the potion?
I hand her the potion.
Which potion was it?
It is the one. It's a where's my inventory at? It is a D10 plus Constitution.
Oh, I forgot I still have 3 vials.
Dormarcus is awake again and says, "Ugh,
Yeah.
Dormarcus not feel good. Dormarcus could use for afterlife," and like it's breaking off little bits of rock. He seems upset, but you can see as the sun is starting to rise that the gates are slowly starting to illuminate with runes. You haven't been here before during the day, but you would suspect that it's because of all the pieces of the keys and the life force that you're pouring into the gate. Liza and Seth,
Yeah.
you guys are approaching at a bit of an angle, and you see now as you step out of the jungle into suddenly what is a giant empty stone city in obsidian.
Hmm.
Perfect bricks, perfect streets, empty buildings, and so on and so forth. You don't hear anything, but you can see a glow probably a quarter mile away in the heart of the city.
Well, the last time I went toward a glow and noises, there was an angel of death. So maybe we should just go check it out. It can't be an angel of death twice.
Yeah, there's no such thing as 2 angels of death.
Yeah. It's probably fine. I start heading toward the glow.
Can I roll Arcana on the daggers again?
First, you roll stealth for me again. Still get your pass without trace.
Where's my stealth? 17, 27.
27?
Yeah.
Very stealthy. Seth?
25.
25. Wait, 17. Oh, no. 27 once you add the 10. Okay, yeah. You guys are pretty stealthy still, making your way through the city quietly. You're going to look at your daggers and roll Arcana again.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 plus 7.
23.
Yep.
23?
23.
With the 23, you realize that these are not just any old cake cutting daggers. These are magical daggers. There is an enchantment in both the pommel of the ruby and the sapphire that stacks damage. When you hit with the ruby dagger, if you then hit with the sapphire dagger, it'll deal +1 damage. If you then go back to the ruby dagger, it'll deal +1 more damage. So they'll basically, as long as you're going back and forth between them, continue to deal more damage until you miss. As they basically suck life out of the person you're hitting with each blow. If you're not dual wielding, then you could just switch weapons each turn and achieve the same effect a little slower. But dual wielding, you could hit with one, then the other, and then one, then the other. The main downside, of course, being that once you miss, it starts back over. And otherwise, they're totally normal daggers. So 1d6 plus dex.
So, on your like second slice of cake, would it be much cleaner?
In fact, if you switch as you cut the cake, yes. it would be a much cleaner cut of cake. However, it sucks the life out of the cake, and the cake would taste awful. Sucks the energy out of it, really. So the sugars, carbohydrates, really. So you guys are stealthing closer. You come around a corner, and you can see a large gate with the 7 fragments that you had been collecting. In front of it is a robed human, the lady in red, a guy in merchant's clothes, and then 3 on each side. On one side, Rotisserie, Urgery, and Dormarchus, and on the other side, a halfling, a half-orc, and a Triton. And the gate is slowly glowing more and more. It's probably about 50% of the way has runes down it. But you can see your friends are distressed. What are you doing?
Has anyone seen us yet?
Nope. Not as far as you can tell, at least.
Okay.
Throw cake at him.
Liza, should I cast Fog Cloud?
Fuck off, bro. No, you're not. You're not. You're not casting
Are you
Fog
sure?
Cloud.
Fog Cloud could be really confusing right now.
I mean,
You're not wrong, but you're not right either.
Okay, what do you think we should do, smart guy?
I'm a woman.
And
I'm about to cast Fog Cloud.
I can,
while you guys are debating, you
I can
watch
make
as
one of
a
us
surge
invisible.
occurs. Oh, that's not much. And 10
Just do
damage
your-
split between the 6 of you.
Just do your
10
fucking
damage?
fog
Yeah,
cloud.
just 10. So that's basically
2,
One-
3, 1.
1
yeah.
apiece is what we'll do. Not bad. The surge goes through. You see as everybody who's got their arms in those holes, Liza, Seth, you watch them all of a sudden get sucked in a little harder, and they all sort of glow for a moment. And you can tell probably something bad's happening every so often while they're against this gate.
yeah,
But
every
a
time I
surge
take
of the-
damage from that, I'm gonna just glare at the merchant.
I think
I'm
we
gonna
need to
also start
save
glaring.
them.
How do we save them?
I don't know. I can make one of us invisible.
And that saves them?
I don't know, man. I don't even. I have a fucking butcher's knife and these magic daggers.
Okay, you turn yourself invisible and then go up there and see what's going on. Oh, I can cast Fog Cloud, or we gotta attack these people, but I don't even know. Like, I don't know what's going on at this wall, why their arms are in the wall, or if attacking anyone helps them in any way.
Okay. We need a safe word though, so you don't like
You
accidentally.
guys
throw
are
something.
going to take 2 damage each.
Oh,
The people at the wall.
Body wash.
Body wash is the safe word?
Yeah.
What does it do? What? Why do we have
It's
that?
Just in case, so you don't fucking kill me, man.
So if I see something invisible say body wash, I won't kill it.
Well, don't like see it. Just like if I'm where you're gonna like hit me or something. Like
You guys
I'll
are each
just
going to
say
take
it.
4 damage.
Jesus.
okay, I cast invisibility and go over to the wall.
Oh,
Shut up, Seth.
I want to shoot flare at the merchant.
You're going to shoot flare with
Yeah,
your
I just
free
wanna
arm.
shoot- I just want to shoot a flare at him.
God, Seth's an idiot.
Okay. Liza, how close are you at this point?
To the wall?
Yeah, to them.
I don't.
Are you
know.
like up around? Are you approaching, or are you in the midst?
Like I just need to go to them. Like I want to be pretty close to them so I can.
So
like,
roll me d20s really quick. You, Liza, and you, Urgery. I want to see how close
D20s?
these line up. The closer your numbers are together, the more likely your timing was.
I got a 10.
I got a 4.
Okay. You shoot your flare, and Liza, you see the flare in front of you. You know that you need to avoid the flare because it will probably break you out of invisibility.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
But the merchant fucking freaks. He
Fuck that.
literally runs. He's running away from the whole thing, shrieking, and the wizard turns and is shouting at him and is now chasing him down the street. They're both running from this wall, leaving just the woman in red and everybody who's stuck in the wall.
And I hate that fucking bitch.
I'm gonna start laughing.
When I hear
What?
rotisserie laugh, I'm gonna start laughing too.
What a bitch.
Or Marcus also laughs. Ah! I no like friend either. She's stupid. Is pointing at the woman in red.
Hey.
Are we not laughing at friend?
No, we're laughing at the one running away.
Oh, other friend.
Yeah.
Coward.
Yeah.
No laughing matter. Shameful.
Yeah, but we can laugh because we don't care about them. Yeah.
Seth, are you still just like peeking around a corner like oh
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
feet
they're.
away from everybody?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. Liza is supposed to be getting intel.
Everybody's gonna take 4 more damage.
God damn it.
Yikes.
Who do I glare at now? How long do we do this? I'm talking to
And-
the red woman.
Woman in red looks back and she goes, well, if they're gone, I guess you guys can stop. If you just pull your arms out, we could probably find somebody else to force their arms in here so that you're not, getting hurt anymore.
Okay. It just works like that.
Can I pull my arm out?
No, you can't. You guys try. It's not happening. And she goes, "Oh no, that's terrible. I guess we'll just have to get that gate open before it happens.
How long
But
is that?
it should be soon. Whenever it's fed enough life to, open the gate up or whatever it has to do here. It's some sort of, revitalization thing." The text reads as though it's bringing something back to life, but it's really just getting the energy back in the gate so
Is
that
it
opens.
Segavax?
Segavax. Oh, you mean the demon from the boat that is also the lord of the island?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's on the ethereal plane or on the demon plane or something, right?
Well, then what are we, healing or giving our life to?
Probably the wall.
Just a wall?
I mean, it's a really important wall.
What's important about it?
Well, it's magically sealed so that people can't get in. So opening it probably takes a lot of energy, and I mean, outside of Jingamite, there's hardly anything that has enough energy to do that.
The fuck is Jingamite?
Is there dirt underneath me?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna
Okay, go ahead. No.
I am gonna start drawing a symbol for
Oh, please. This is a long game.
Go on.
we'll start with Cavidius.
Covidius.
Cavidius. I'm gonna draw the symbol for Cavidius.
I don't... Okay.
Subtitles got it right.
Oh, okay. Good thing you have subtitles on.
So you start drawing the symbol. Roll me. How subtly are you doing this? Are you trying to do it stealthily?
I'm just yeah. I would imagine that I had just been kind of doing it slowly over time.
Roll me a stealth really quick.
16.
Okay. She sees you're doing something, but she thinks you're just fiddling around because you're bored and in pain. She's not really paying that close attention. Roll me a performance, I guess, or Arcana actually would be more appropriate. Roll me
Okay.
Arcana to draw the symbol.
20, non-natural.
20. You get the symbol of Covidius, and it flares to life immediately. And for a moment, time stops.
Mm.
And Covidius appears and seems alarmed. And he goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's going on, man?
Not great, dude. So we're obviously at the one guy's island, as you could probably tell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a terrible idea. He's draining
Yeah.
power from you guys, and you're linked right up to the big boss. So he's
Yeah.
draining power from you, from the boss. That's not kosher. We're gonna have
yeah.
to chop those arms right off.
Wait, hold on. Back up a little bit. Is there any other options?
I mean, nothing that comes to mind. Let's just chop your arms right
No,
off.
wait. You're sure?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's no other options. I guess
Okay.
we could, we could
Time stops, right?
swap your guys' bodies,
Yeah.
other bodies.
Yeah.
We just need to find some volunteers.
We don't need to find them. We can just take them. I got 3 already.
Oh, where at?
Well, there's this red bitch in the red dress right here. Okay.
Okay.
You can use her, and then just a little bit up of the way, there's 2 more guys.
Okay, yeah. If you can get them over here, get a hold of them so it starts draining their energy. Because it's not that it has to have the person's arm in, it's you have to be connected to them. So you just need to get a hold of them. Just be touching them.
How am I gonna do that? My arm's in the wall.
That's sort of your problem. Hey, either you can do that or I can fix that arm problem right now.
Oh, what if one of so are you only able to unfreeze time for me or multiple people at one time?
And he snaps, and Rotisserie can now talk as well, and so can Dormarcus. And
Oh,
Dormarcus immediately is like, Dormarcus, you friend? And he's, nah, big guy. I'm,
Do you know?
remember?
Do you know where our other party members are? Are they? Can you sense them, or is there any spell you can do?
No, he fails. He does not sense them. Their stealth is way too good.
Okay.
We're still making cake.
So, wait. So what's going on? Oh, hey.
So
Your buddy here wants me to chop your arms off to get you free.
Is he actually my supervisor?
And he looks at you and says, what?
I already
didn't
told you I
think
wasn't,
so.
and that it was a joke.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, we've moved past it.
Hey, so with our deal with killing people with the plague, what if we wiped out like most of a continent?
Oh, did you infect most of a continent? I have not seen those numbers.
What if we just caused a giant catastrophe?
Well, the demon who controls death and catastrophes would be pleased, I'm sure.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't work for him.
Hey, rotisserie, kind of time and place.
What?
And you
Time's
guys
frozen.
are going to take 24 damage divided by the 3 of you, since you're the
Oh.
only ones who time's moving for right now.
So 8.
Shit.
So
That's 8?
8 apiece.
What the fuck? I thought time's frozen.
Yeah, for non-demons. That wall is definitely demonic in origin.
Erdry's unconscious.
Erdry's out.
I only had 5 health left. That's why I got desperate.
Oh no. He looks
Fuck.
at you and he goes, got any ideas? because I can solve this right now. And he makes a scissor motion.
What's that do?
He says, "Oh, I'll show ya." He pulls out a big pair of scissors and comes over to your arm.
Can you
and
grow my
says,
arm back?
"Nope."
Fuck, that doesn't seem like a good option.
Dormarcus says, "Dormarcus not want to be stuck in wall anymore. Dormarcus would like to leave." And he teleports to Dormarcus and says, "Are you sure?" And Dormarcus nat 20s his yes.
Oh, fuck.
He chops Dormarcus's arm right off.
Oh,
And Dormarcus howls in pain and then snaps out, and he is frozen in time again. And he goes, "Okay, that's one down. Your buddy here is knocked out. That's not great. Let's move him out of this." And he freezes Erdry again to keep Erdry from getting drained anymore.
Fuck. Well, there's no other options.
Not that I know of. Where's the rest of your friends at?
I don't know. Fucking. Can you put someone else in here instead of me?
You willing to make a deal?
That depends. What deal do you have?
I can swap you with someone else, but I get to choose who.
Do I get promoted?
Yeah, you'll be promoted. I'll even give you a new magic weapon.
What kind of weapon?
What's your favorite?
Slashing axe thing?
Yep, we'll get you one of those.
Better than the one I
Perfect.
have?
Yep.
And can you get Dormarcus's arm back?
Sure. It'll take a while, though.
Okay.
And he snaps his fingers, and you are out, and you're standing in the courtyard next to the lady in red. However, Dormarcus's other arm is now in your place in the thing. And Dormarcus goes, "This no fair." And then you see Dormarcus's arm suddenly get chopped off on the other side, and Dormarcus now has no arms.
He's gonna have to start headbanging.
Erdry is still hooked up, and you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "It'll probably only take one more blow to get this gate open, but if you don't get your friend out in about 1 minute, he's gonna die."
What if I give him my this red or one of these vials?
Oh, that might help.
Okay. Which one? I
Ah,
have dark green, dark red, dark blue.
don't know. Better try them all.
Okay.
And Covidius is gone, and you're going to do what exactly?
I'm gonna give him all three.
Okay.
Fuck.
Erdry,
Yeah.
make one death save for me really quick. Okay.
3.
You fail your death save. However, you immediately wake up, and you regain 30 health.
Ooh.
That was the red potion. The
Okay.
blue potion gives
Uh-huh.
you back all your spell slots.
Okay.
If you had used any of them. I don't know if you had.
I had.
The green potion, however,
Yeah.
increases your dexterity by 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Overall dex?
Yeah.
Okay. I was already maxed, so I don't really know what that means.
Means you go to 22.
Okay.
Shit.
So, you're awake again, and you feel pretty good. You feel energy coursing through you. You're awake. Clearly, whatever you did with Covidius worked because Dormarcus is free and Rotisserie's free. And then you see Dormarcus doesn't have arms.
Yeah.
And he is on the ground and he's crying, "Friends! Why?" He's upset. It seems like his friends always end up being a problem. So, Liza, what are you doing?
How close am I to them now?
You're right there. You're invisible, but you're right behind Brotisserie and the lady in red. The three on the other side are sort of freaking out. They're yelling at you guys and sort of gesturing. They don't look like they're in all that great a shape. But the gate is almost there. One more burst is all it's going to take.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Brotisserie.
Okay.
So,
Seth, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna walk over there because the lady in red doesn't seem like she's a threat, and they're all out.
Well, Erdrie's not. Erdrie's still stuck.
Oh no. And so I'll go over and walk up to Erdrie and say, Erdrie, he's conscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Erdrie, do you want me to chop your arm off and get you out of there?
No, at this point, I'd actually prefer to keep my arm. I've already
Oh.
been down that road before.
Erdrie, I want you to, with your health back a little bit,
Okay.
and this juice throat flowing through you, I want you to roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
$11.
11.
With advantage.
You
With advantage.
think probably one of the spells that you know, with advantage, you don't know which one, or with the roll, you don't know which one. One of the spells you know would function as a suitable amount of energy to pop you free, but give the gate what else it needs.
Okay, sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
You know that there's a spell that you know
Uh-huh.
that if you fire into that hole out of the arm that's stuck,
Uh-huh.
will pop you free and at the same time power up the gate the rest of the way.
Okay. But I don't know which one, or like you're not gonna tell
Don't
me?
know which one.
Not with an 11.
Off your head.
Okay.
You can think
Um,
about it,
Yeah.
and I will give you until I roll a nat 20 on the die.
Nat
18.
20.
Patisserie, is Liza here?
It's a 15.
Oh,
She's
hi.
she's invisible. She's
I
here
don't- I
somewhere.
don't care, and I'm gonna go run to Dormarcus, who's screaming on the ground with no arms.
11.
Is he bleeding?
And no, it's sealed right up. Luckily, his wounds are healed. He seems to not even have lost any damage. He just doesn't have arms anymore. That's a 20. Okay. What spell are you using?
I am firing. I'm using friends inside the wall.
Friend.
I don't know, dude.
Roll a d20.
I literally just had to close my eyes and look at the first one that saw. 5.
oh my god.
The energy is quickly sucked up, but it doesn't pop you free. However, I'll let you have half damage from this next roll.
Okay.
Which is... Whew, that is 50 divided by the 4 of you.
Whoa.
So 12 apiece, so you'll only take 6. Your friends did the other 6 for you. The other 3 don't look great. And then the gate slowly swings open. And there's a large cave, probably 200 feet deep. And in the very, very back, under a strange golden light, is a chest.
Ooh.
The other three guys pull their arms out. They don't look to be in great shape, but they start shouting at you and pointing at your weapons and pointing at the ground.
Are they
This
pointing at
is
me?
the half-orc, the Triton, and the halfling. The merchant and the wizard are still missing at the moment.
Are they pointing at me?
They're pointing at all of you, but definitely the Triton is pointing at you. You're the one that he's most concerned about.
I'm gonna just take my axe out and start walking towards them.
Can I go in the cave
Yeah, you can start making your way towards the cave.
since I'm invisible?
You're not invisible anymore. You cast a
Oh.
spell to heal somebody.
Oh yeah. Damn it. I hate you.
I don't know why you healed me.
She doesn't know what sort of shape you're in.
Yeah. I
So,
totally didn't look at your HP.
As you start to walk towards them, your axe starts to change, starts to transform in your hands. It switches from a crescent moon and a sun into two solid ebony blades, both the same on either side. It is a +2 great axe, so two-handed great axe. It is a D12 that you is the main damage die. It has +2 to hit, has +2 damage on it, and when you're hitting somebody who you have already hit that turn, it deals an additional D6 of damage once a turn.
Damn. So if I hit, okay.
So it only does it once a turn, but it's still a big boost. And if you have two different people, then you can only do it to one of them, clearly. 'Cause it's
Okay.
once a turn.
Oh man.
Yeah. And Covidius then just sort of nudges your head to let you know deal complete. And at that point, Dormarcus has a little tiny arm pop out from one side. Little tiny arm.
Like Finn.
the size of a pinky finger. And he's like wiggling it. And he goes, Dormarcus not like this. Dormarcus hate this.
So can I roll for intimidation to have me walking towards them and have my axe magically change while I'm
You
Going
definitely
towards 'em.
can.
And I'm gonna,
Although everybody roll me perception really quick.
ooh, nat 20.
Ooh,
So
what's that
25.
actual number?
25.
I also
25?
nat 20.
Oh, what's your actual number?
Also 25.
Okay. Anybody else get a nat 20?
oh
No, I
didn't.
rolled an 18.
Brotisser, you will not. You're busy.
Okay.
So basically, while that's happening, you see that the lady in red is already about 40 feet into the cave, walking towards the chest. She's not racing towards it, but she is walking towards it. She's just moving that way, very interested in the cave and definitely making her way towards the chest. Anyway, Rotisserie, roll me intimidation. With advantage.
That'll be 24.
The halfling seems to be not willing to fight. He's backing up, but the half orc and the Triton raise their weapons. They're not scared. They already beat your ass before in their head.
I go over to Erdry. I'm like, what are we? Why, we have to fight these guys? What's going
Oh,
on?
big time. It's been a long day. And yes, we have to fight these guys.
That's like
Ask him if he wants
it
some
has
cake.
been great. I have had cake and had some baking time. It's been
many
so
times?
good.
I've been knocked unconscious today. I'm
Do you
so
want-
mad.
Do you want some of the cake we made? Do you want some
How
cake?
many failed death saves do you have now, Erdry?
3.
Oh.
2 or 3 altogether, I think.
I think it's just 2.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
just
it's
two?
2.
3 is death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I just have 2 altogether between the
We'll
2
say
unconscious.
we'll say 2,
Yeah,
but if you get another one, you die.
yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, you would not be in the mood for this shit.
Yeah.
They're approaching. The half orc and the fighter are approaching you, and then the wizard and the
Uh-oh.
merchant are coming back down the road. They're still probably 100 feet off, and the merchant is sort of like being drug along by the wizard. The wizard's not paying attention. He's just dragging the merchant with him, and he looks up and sees everybody free, and immediately is like, "Oh shit," and starts to ready himself. Are you guys all getting into like a sort of a fighting ready stance?
Yeah, I want to shoot the wizard.
Oh,
Roll
I'm
initiative.
pissed off.
Do I have weapons?
Yeah.
Okay.
How far into the cave am I?
Did you go into the cave?
Yeah.
You did want to do that? You're probably only like 10 feet behind the woman in red, so you're 40 feet into the cave. You're like 70 feet from where the ruckus is about to break out.
Can I throw a statue at her?
Yeah? You can.
What do you want me to roll?
Just dex plus your proficiency. You're proficient in statue throwing. Done it a few times now.
Where's my 7, 11, 14?
14. You miss. The statue flies by her head, and she spins around and says, I think that's about enough of that. You can stop now. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. Is it wisdom? Yeah, it is. So you suddenly feel a crown of jagged iron on your head. And you... Oh, no, wait. That's the wrong spell. Wrong spell. That doesn't help.
I'm gonna go get some beer.
Okay. Mark's
Okay, yeah.
16.
So you see in front of you Segovax standing directly above the woman in red.
Oh, hey, babe.
And as he starts to approach you, you are going to be frightened. And you must take the dash action to move away unless there's nowhere to run. So you need to run from him as fast as you can. So if
Yeah,
what's your
Okay.
movement now?
my movement, 30.
So you will move 60 feet away. You back out of the cave.
That's stupid. She's such a fucking bitch. Rotisserie, I fucking hate your girlfriend.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I just said that.
Well,
Rotisserie's already raging, and let's get the actual initiatives now. Erdry,
yeah.
what'd you get?
15.
15. Rotisserie, what'd you get?
17.
Woo. 8. Half work. 20. Wow. Wizard. Oof. 4. Fighter.
Fuck him.
Only a 12. Merchant. Also a 12. Liza, what'd you get?
I just forgot.
Seth, what'd you get?
14.
16.
Okay. 14 for Seth, 16 for Liza. And let's get that initiative.
And Dormarcus can headbutt people.
Ooh, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you are.
I'll cast something on you.
Same, dude. I have like no health.
First up is the halfling, who is going to run. He is terribly intimidated by rotisserie, and he uses his action to dash. He blows right on past the. He uses his bonus action to dash, and then uses his action to dash, and burns past the wizard and is getting the fuck out of town. He also sees the demon in the doorway from where Liza was, and wants nothing to do with that. The half orc is going to charge at rotisserie. He doesn't look good. His arm is pretty shriveled. Looks like the life force has been sucked out of him a bit. You guys notice that, well, Urgery and rotisserie, you notice that unlike the three that you're fighting, you're not showing physical signs of deformity like they are. The arms that were in there look drained, wrinkled, aged. You guys don't have that, and that's probably due to the connection with Covidius and it draining power through you from that plane. It was still taking your life, but it wasn't taking years off your life. Half orc rolls a 14 to hit rotisserie, and a 16 to hit rotisserie.
Nope.
Damn.
Dang.
He swings twice, misses both times. Rotisserie, your turn.
I'm just gonna punch him.
Okay.
Ooh, fuck that. Gonna re-roll that one.
Got that Aarakocra claw / unarmed damage / raising damage / damage.
19.
19. 19 hits.
Four, 2, 5. Oh, sorry. That's 9 plus 11, so 20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
You put him down. You're walking up and he charges, he misses twice, and you just sort of haymaker end him. His head goes sideways. He's not dead, but he is out cold. And the fighter and the wizard and the merchant all seem upset by this.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep walking towards the other guy.
The Triton raises Dormarcus's trident and is readying it. Do you have another attack action?
Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Okay.
How far away is he?
He was only like 5 feet from his friend, so you can just immediately turn and start beating on him.
I'm gonna swing the new axe at him then.
Okay.
Fuck. That's a bad one. Yeah. That's gonna be a miss. So
You whiff. The fighter nimbly dodges it. Reassurance flows back into his face. Yeah, you're still the chump from earlier. That's fine. Liza, your turn.
I can use my bonus action to attack him. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna swing at him again.
Frenzy?
Yeah, that's my frenzy. Or
So
actually,
advantage against you?
Good.
if with the great weapon master, I didn't kill him, but I knocked him. Does that count?
You weren't using a great weapon. You punched him.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So
yeah, I'll use my frenzy to do the attack.
sorry. Reckless attack is the one that gets you the
Yeah.
advantage / disadvantage. Okay.
So that's a 25.
25. That hits.
Oh, actually a 26 because I have +2 to that now. So I have a D12 and sorry, I have to recalculate all my bullshit because I get +2 damage. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so 13 + 6 + 2. 21.
21 damage. You hit him hard. He doesn't go down, but he doesn't look great.
I'm gonna scream in his face. Yeah.
Liza, what are you doing? You're out of the cave. You do still feel the overwhelming urge to run from the image of Segavax. Roll me another wisdom save really quick. Gotta beat a 17.
17.
Meet or beat. So you snap out of it and recognize that the Segavax you saw was clearly a illusion. It's
Oh,
not the real
good.
Segavax.
Damn it, I was gonna seduce him.
Upon realizing that, you recognize that the woman in red is now only like 20 feet from the chest. She's about to get whatever it is that's in there.
AIDS.
Gross.
Surprise.
Okay, can I, how far am I away from her? 60 feet?
She
70?
is 20 feet from the chest. You're like 120 feet from her now.
Oh, that's fine. Can I cast Fireball at her?
Yeah, you sure can.
Cool. I'm gonna do it as a 4th level spell.
Okie dokie. 4th level fireball. She has to make a dex save.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes.
She does not make the dex save.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's gonna be a
good.
lot of fucking damage.
Stupid fucking bitch.
Oh, but she is a tiefling.
What's that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
You'll
fuck
see.
off.
It means she's a tiefling bitch.
This is a lot of damage. Okay, 26 damage.
What? That's it?
Yeah.
How many d6s did you roll?
8 plus 1.
Okay.
9 d6s. Wow.
Didn't I?
Yeah. Okay. So, she takes it and then points at you and uses Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Bitch. I hate her.
Yep. And hits you for 35 damage.
Ooh.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is some fucking bullshit.
There's no save on Hellish Rebuke.
Oh yeah, it's a dex save. Sorry.
Oh. Well, fuck you.
Well, roll your shit.
Clancy's over here just trying to wipe me out.
I mean,
You're doing that well by yourself.
yeah.
16.
16.
16 is not going to pass. It's the same as her other dex or her other spell save DC. So
35 damage.
you get hit with a torrent of fire, and then you get a message in your head from her. And she says, I need you to leave me alone. I know you can't read demonic, but the only way that Segavax can appear is if greed overwhelms those who seek his prize. If somebody dies here, he will possess their body, and he will take over. Do not kill me or anyone else in this cave, or Segavax himself is going to show up. So knock it the fuck off.
God, she's such a fucking bitch.
It's the one person.
So, Erdry, what are you doing? You're still outside. The people who tied you up, drained your life, are sitting there, and Brotisserie is tussling. He's in the middle of them. You see that wizard
Liza's
and merchant
over
are
here.
down a little ways away.
How far are they?
Probably 80 feet away from you.
Okay, I want to attack the same guy that Brotisserie is fighting.
Okay.
Has he had a turn
Triton.
yet? The Triton.
The Triton has not had a turn yet.
Okay. I'm gonna use assassinate. Do I get advantage, or does he see me?
Uh,
I should say, do I get sneak attack?
he sees you, but he's already busy with Rotisserie, and I would assume you would circle around behind him.
'Kay.
So you will get sneak attack.
Girlfriend's a bad guy.
That is probably gonna miss.
Yeah.
That's an 11 to hit. 12 to hit. Sorry.
12 to hit.
Wait,
It's gonna miss.
no, it's not a 12 to hit. Sorry, I thought that was a 6. It's a 9. It is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
15 still gonna
Right.
miss.
Okay.
What are you, fucking new?
Yes.
So you whiffed. That was with advantage.
Yes.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2 on the first one.
Oh shit.
Okay. Seth, your turn.
So there's a lot of folks around us now that we're trying to kill.
Yep.
I really wanted to hit that wizard with my bow though, so that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Oh, good job.
My D8. 10. Where's my 4? That'll be 14 damage.
Ugh. He did not like that.
Well, I'm gonna try to do it again. That's a 17 to hit.
He, as a reaction, cast shield. After that
Ooh.
first arrow, he's like, fuck that shit, and throws his shield up, and the arrow bounces off of his shield,
Dang.
and he flips you off.
That's it. Guys, we gotta kill that wizard.
So then it is the fighter's turn. Fighter is going to try and take a bite out of Rotisserie,
Who's trying to bite me?
The fighter.
and he whiffs terribly. I mean, he fucking sucks it up. He rolled a 2 and a 3.
Ooh,
What happens when you try and bite people?
weak.
So he whiffs twice, and he's already used his action surge for the day, just to get you guys down. Oh no, wait, that was the orc, wasn't it? The half orc with the 2 axes.
No.
This guy
wasn't.
still has an action surge.
No, he doesn't.
That will help him.
Finally, he manages to hit, and it is a crit.
Oh,
So
Shit.
it's still just Dormarcus's trident. And I'll give Dormarcus an opportunity here. Cool. So the trident hits you for 20 damage.
Ooh.
But as it does so, Dormarcus reveals one of the abilities of his particular class. He is soul-bound to that weapon. And as his little tiny arm sticks out, he looks at the guy and says, "Give Dormarcus fork back." And all of a sudden, the trident appears next to Dormarcus with his little hand trying to grab it. And then it falls over, and Dormarcus goes, "Shit." He's reaching down, trying to pick it up with his little tiny arm and hand. But the fighter is now unarmed.
yes.
And now it is the merchant's turn. The merchant refuses to go anywhere near Brotisserie. He is hiding behind the wizard. Let's see if he can overcome that. Nope. He's hiding behind the wizard. and he is shouting at the wizard, and it looks like he's trying to convince the wizard to leave. The wizard, however, has other plans. He seems angry.
Wonder why.
Yeah, right?
Grump.
So, let's see. I just need to find his spell book really quick.
Nah, you don't need that.
Yeah, right. He is going to use Misty Step and his movement to get into the middle of everybody standing down there. And then raise his arm into the air. And cast Flame Strike.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Is that the right one? Oh, wait. Well, let's see if he does that or not. So, oh, that's not good enough. Jay, I want you to roll me a d20. If you roll less than a 10, he actually first rotisserie roll an intimidation for me.
Come on.
16.
16. Okay. If you roll less than a 16, then he will be terrified of rotisserie. If you roll more than a 16, he will want to murder you guys.
Come on. Less than a 16. That one.
14.
14.
Yeah.
He
Holy
uses
shit.
Misty Step, and then what is it called? I want to make sure I'm using the right name for it. Casts Globe of Invulnerability. Everybody immediately jumps into it that is still with him. So all of that group are now inside the Globe of Invulnerability. So an immobile, faintly shimmering barrier springs into existence in a 10-foot radius around him and will remain for 1 minute, or at least while he's channeling it. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it, even if the spell is cast using a higher level spell slot. And once he's done that, he basically just gets into a ready stance. So it's not impassable. It's just block spells.
Oh, it just blocks spells?
Yep.
Oh, good thing I don't have spells.
Yep. The thief is gone. The orc is down. Rotisserie, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna. How far away are they?
They were only like 10 feet from you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna just go right up to them. Who's left?
The wizard, the fighter, the merchant.
Oh, I'm gonna
Kill
take
that
out
wizard.
the fighter.
Ah.
Oh no, I'm gonna let the merchant watch all his friends die.
It's kind of what I was thinking too.
Okay, that is a 16.
16
Yep.
to hit the fighter.
Yep.
Whiff.
Okay, I'm gonna swing again. That will be 21.
21 will hit.
Okay, so it's D12. And I just hit him, so I get my D6 too. Oh no, that's D6 if I hit him that
Within
turn.
the same turn. Yep.
Okay. I think that's all I get then. Okay, that's a 8 plus 6. 16.
16 damage.
Yep.
The fighter goes down.
And I have my frenzy for how long?
I don't know.
When I enter the rage, gain a bonus action, and then just causing exhaustion after rage.
Yep.
All right. So bonus action, I'm gonna attack the wizard guy.
Yeah, get him.
That would be 21.
21 will hit.
That's only 12.
12 damage.
Yes.
He doesn't look happy, but he's definitely got some spells to burn here.
And
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna scream at him again.
Liza, your turn. What are you doing?
How far am I away from the rest of the party?
Because you fled the cave, you're basically right next to everybody else now.
Okay. And it's only if someone dies in the cave.
That's what she told you, yes.
Well, I don't believe her.
So are you not gonna tell anyone?
I'm gonna tell you guys. Dude, calm down. Liza's just over here wanting to know Seth's favorite fucking color. And you're just like up her ass. Like, come on, man. Okay, so she's gonna tell them, who's closest to me.
Everybody's about within 10 feet of you.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna yell at all of them and tell them what the fucking bitch told me.
What do you say?
That we can't kill anyone in the cave, but I'm pretty sure that means we can't kill anyone at all, or else Segavax is gonna take over their bodies, and then we're all gonna be fucked.
But we know his
Point to-
name.
I point to the orc or whatever it is that's on the ground.
Well, he's not dead. He's
I
just
don't know.
down.
There's what, 2 people dying right now?
The fighter is in the midst of dying. The orc is just knocked out. The thief ran, and the merchant and wizard are okay.
I mean, she told me that if they died in the cave, then Segavax would take over their bodies. But
It's your
I kinda
girlfriend,
feel
Birdman.
Like she's a liar.
I just heard Liza's voice and I just fucking tone it out.
Yeah, you're such a fucking dick.
I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
look.
I'm gonna cook you for fucking dinner later.
I'm
also-
gonna look at
I'm-
the wizard and say, "What do you want to do here if that's the case?"
After
And
he
he
just got
says-
hit by an axe.
Azabagata! Azagabata! And he points to Brotisserie and the axe, and he points at the ground.
Is he surrendering?
I'm gonna say the same thing back to him. Vasabagaka, and I'm gonna point to him and point at the ground.
And Liza, did you have anything else you wanted to do on your turn? Your discussion took up most of your action, so it would have to be something quick.
Hold on, I lost my character sheet. Fuck off.
Seems like you just want to heal someone real fast.
Can I cast Healing Word on fucking dick ass bird over here?
Does he need it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 2 health.
Oh, shit.
Is Healing Word a bonus action or an action?
It's a bonus action.
Then yeah, you can do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it as a first level spell slot. So
I was close to help. Jesus.
10. You get 10 health.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Fucking asshole. It's a good thing that Liza has kind of a conscience.
Erdry, you were talking. You'll also be able to do something though. So no bonus action, but you get an action.
I was just gonna try to convince them to surrender.
You want to roll either persuasion or intimidation.
I'm going to do.
Actually, if you're going to do persuasion, you need to do a performance check for me first. Intimidation, I'll let you just do.
I was gonna do persuasion, I guess.
So roll performance to explain what you're doing, since you don't speak the same language.
Are you speaking as
Performance.
well?
Yeah. Well, I already kind of did it, that part. Performance is only a 10.
It's not great, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to do really well on persuasion.
Yeah. Gosh, I hope so.
Come on.
I was just wondering if I hear him trying to talk him down.
Yeah, you probably do.
That is a whole 14.
Oh.
No, they seem to get the gist of what you're saying, but the wizard doesn't seem too interested. In fact, he rolls really well in his performance, and equally bad on his persuasion. You definitely can tell he's trying to implore to you, like, I am going to kill all of you if you do not surrender right fucking now. He at least believes that he's going to do that.
Okay. Can I say one more thing, but not to him?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Bro Tisri and say, let's just murder these fucking assholes.
Seth, your turn.
Do you need my help or just you two got it? You're
Your
good?
help would be great.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to shoot the.
Rotisserie's like bloody as fuck.
Yeah, Rotisserie's got a lot of quills missing. He's bleeding all over. He literally has a puddle under him on the ground.
Erdrick can't honestly look much better.
No, you guys both look pretty fucking haggard.
I'm gonna try to
I
hit.
mean, Dormarcus, of course, is missing both his arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's missing one arm. He just has a Deadpool arm.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna try to hit the wizard with my Triton longsword. With an
Okay.
18. It's a hit.
How big?
18.
18 will hit.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I'll do 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I assume he will try to do some shitty shield stuff like he did the last time, so I'm gonna hit somebody else.
No, he, well, the merchant's the only other person there.
I'm gonna hit that guy then. How
Okay.
is he still far away? Because the wizard did some magic to
he's
get
right
close.
behind.
No, he teleported him with him.
Oh, did he? Fine. I'll just hit him with my longsword too. That's 20 to hit.
Ugh. That'll hit that merchant easily.
And that's 7 damage.
7 damage. Got it.
That's it. Next.
Okay.
Is the
It
merchant
is
or
the
the
merchant's
fighter?
turn. And the merchant pulls a shimmering blue potion out
Ooh.
and bashes it over the head of the wizard, showering him in blue.
Mm.
The wizard is going to first. What is that spell called?
Poopnado.
Yeah.
I need all 4 of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Come on.
Damn it. Eh. That's a whole 12.
Hey, samesies.
Seth got
Does anybody
19.
beat a 17?
Seth
or
got
meet
19.
A 17 or beat it. What?
Seth 19.
19 for Seth.
Liza doesn't know because her die landed in the crack. Yeah, fuck no. I got
Okay.
a 10.
So
Oh wait, no,
you
I lied.
guys
I got a
all
7.
feel as your skin suddenly dries out that you have been, everybody except for Seth, that you have had elemental bane cast on you, and you'll take an extra 4d6 damage if you're hit with any fire damage.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
So
That's it.
nothing happens right now.
Nothing right then, but then the wizard
And-
points down
And he chokes.
and a small yellow light flashes from his finger and condenses down right in front of him. Erdry, roll me an arcane.
Okay.
I do not have a backup
Nat 20.
That's what
Yeah.
you recognize this as the infamous delayed blast fireball spell. So, the delayed blast fireball would, when triggered, hit every creature within 20 feet of it. Each creature within 20 feet of it must make a dex save and blah, 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 take fire damage equal to the total accumulated damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. However, the spell's base damage is 12d6.
Are you fucking kidding me?
If at the end of the turn the bead has not yet detonated, the damage increases by 1d6. If the bead is touched before it's expired, the creature touching it must make a dex save. On a failed save, the spell immediately is triggered, causing the bead to erupt in flame. On a successful save, the creature can throw the bead up to 40 feet. When it strikes a creature or solid object, the spell ends and the bead explodes.
Where the fuck is Garnrath?
So, the wizard points at the bead and says, "Kaklak, Kaklak," and points at the weapons and points
And
at the
drop it.
ground.
I think he wants us to pop lock and drop it.
Is it a free for all for initiative right now?
For a moment, it is, yes. They're not attacking. The wizard is sort of, it appears, gesturing at the thing, suggesting, drop it or he will explode.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Does he still have that force field up?
Yes.
How does that work with someone?
Exploding inside of it?
Yeah, because no magic can be done inside of it, right? Or can no magic can
No
penetrate
magic
it,
can come through it to hit him or anybody inside of it.
but it can
But-
go out.
He can turn it off whatever he wants.
So
I
what if
see.
we go inside
So
it?
what if he dies?
If he
Hmm.
dies, the bead explodes and it turns off at the same time.
Hmm.
But can we go inside his
Yeah, you can walk right through that force field.
can I do that?
Sure.
What are you
Don't-
doing?
I don't know if that's gonna solve the issue.
Why?
Also, Brotisseries enraged, like frenzy bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, can we calm you down?
Mm.
You want to try a Black Widow Hulk?
Basically.
Yeah, like
Sun's getting real low, Brotisserie.
yeah, it is. No,
Shit.
because that's not gonna work if I try and calm him down because he fucking hates me.
Well,
That
you
is
better roll
totally
good on
true.
performance.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna calm this fucker down or something.
You said- You said that if it is hit, it's triggered, right?
If it is,
If the beat is hit,
if the bead, let me look it up exactly to make sure. If
Yeah.
the bead is touched, you have the option, if you pass a dex save, to throw it.
Ooh.
Or if you fail the dex save, it immediately erupts.
All right, who's
Yeah.
gonna sacrifice themselves? I'll do it.
but none of us know it except for Erdry.
Erdry's the only one who knows. His arcane knowledge
Yeah.
would immediately, especially with a nat 20, get all those details.
Okay. But-
It's also worth noting, I suppose, with an nat 20, that you recognize this as a 7th level evocation, and this wizard is clearly way more experienced than you are.
Well, yeah, in wizardry, almost a child is. So,
Yeah, Erdry's a fucking idiot.
I mean, he knows what the spell is.
God damn it. The problem is Brotisserie. I've got a plan, but there's no way to convince Brotisserie of it.
Calm him down.
Yeah.
Well, you also
Um,
have to like let everyone else know too.
Yeah, well, I have a whole plan here.
So, actually, roll me a d20 really quick. Just d20, straight d20 roll, Erdry.
5.
5. As you're trying to figure out what to do, nobody's moving for the moment, right? Nobody's attacking, nobody's running, nobody's stopping, nobody's dropped weapons. As you do that, the woman in red opens the chest, and you see her starting to communicate with Segavax. is now standing behind the chest. And then she turns and points at you guys, and Segovac starts to approach.
Can I seduce him?
And at this moment, we are going to end the episode.
Oh.
When we come back, we'll find out exactly what's happening. Are you going to all die in a fireball?
Yes.
Is
Are you
Liza
going
gonna
to-
seduce Segovac?
Team up with the wizard?
Are we gonna all survive and then die by the demon?
Yeah.
Is
So
Liza gonna
let's
seduce Segovac?
just give you guys a moment to remember. Roll backup characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I
You
did.
can do that now.
Bro,
Thank you,
tier 3
guys.
survives everything.
Bye.
Oh.